Hey beautiful peeps, so I'm just going through some of my old schoolwork from primary school. Yes, I keep everything. I think 'cause I moved so much, around so much as a kid, then it's like I've met so many people and gone to so many different places, and it was always ever changing, so I always keep little keepsakes and stuff to remember things by. I'm quite a sentimental person like that. But anyway, I'm just noticing quite a theme, probably with some of the earlier stuff too, but I can't go into all of that. But we've got some comprehension, like English type things, where we read something and then we describe what we found about it, and I just find it interesting, some of the topics. I've already found quite a lot of the stuff is to do with like promoting animal products. Oh, that's it. So art. So in some of these books there's like, I think in my science book, like we're already indoctrinated to believe all this crap about animal agriculture that is a load of crap, and it's not even in this one, and it's just terrible, really. Sorry, 1 second. So my lovely little drawings there in primary school. But it's just like we get told about eating animal products. So here, already being indoctrinated from a young age. 4 food groups: protein, carbohydrates, fats and sugars. Okay? Protein: eggs, cheese, meat, poultry, milk. Right? I need protein to keep healthy. Actually, quite to the contrary. Having too much protein is bad for our health. There's more complete, better plant proteins that our body absorbs better and uses better, and it's not second-hand or third-hand, obviously, because protein is from photosynthesis of the plants turn the sunlight into protein, and then the protein's in the plant then. So then we eat the plant, we get better protein than letting the animal eat the plant, and then we eat the animal. That's like second-hand protein, and you're getting all the animal fat and cholesterol and, you know, antibiotics and all the other crap. And obviously the suffering and pain that they experience is then in their flesh, it's in their blood, and we eat that, we become stressed out. And it's like, why weren't we taught more about vitamins and minerals and actual nutrition, you know? You know, eggs, cheese, meat, poultry and milk should be in the fats column. You know, eggs are pretty much pure cholesterol. I suppose at least they didn't have a dairy section, but there's the food pyramid. What a load of crap. The food pyramid's actually just made by lobbied by the dairy and meat industry and stuff. We don't actually need dairy or meat. In fact, they harm our health. Sorry, so that's quite interesting that from such a young age we're already being taught these things. So here I wanted to show this where we've been given a leaflet and then we've got to answer questions about it. So the leaflet is Animal Magic, hundreds of animals, Devon's most friendly animals, new babies every week. And then it says, come and enjoy the West Country's largest open farm. We care for over 500 acres and 10,000 animals each year. You can share some of the fun. I bet they leave out the slaughter. I bet they leave out the fact that all these animals that are going to be killed anyway, and that's why it's 10,000 each year, because as soon as some die, then they, you know, more new babies each week, they're being born and killed, you know what I mean? And it's saying, what is the purpose of this writing? And I've put to advertise. But they've put to persuade was the actual answer, which is not much difference really. And then I put to read, and then they put information, but they've misinformation more like. So yeah, it's just interesting really. And then here it's got like scrambled egg on toast as a recipe to show instructions and things. So it's like promoting eating these foods, you know. We've got an extract here from the Swiss Family Robinson by Jonah Weiss, or Weiss, or however you say that. And it's basically just a little description of, it says the story is about a family who are shipwrecked and find themselves on a deserted island. The father, Fred, and eldest son and one of their dogs set out to explore. So basically they get there and they see the beauty and all that, and you know, they've got these animals, so they tie barrels to them to help them float and that. But first they chucked a sheep in and the sheep just drowned. And they get their monkeys are throwing like coconuts at them. Then they've got the animals in the water and getting them across. Then they see a big fish in the water. Then they're scared of sharks, so then they shoot at the fish, and the fish trails away with blood. Great! Already so much animal cruelty in there, and it's just messed up. Poor little guys. And then it's saying, why do you think the ship was carrying animals? I've put for milk, meat, and for everyone to drink and eat. And it's just like promoting these things, ingraining it within us, you know. Explain in your own words how the sheep and goats were rescued from the ship. Rescued, for to be eaten and killed anyway. They tied some kegs to the wood and to the cattle to put them in the water. What would have happened to the animals if they'd not been rescued? They would have died. They're gonna die anyway. Fucking hell. So, how do you know Fred hit the monster fish? They even describe them as a monster fish. The only monsters on this planet are humans, let me tell you. Bloody hell, and maybe some of the lizard people, if they're true. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then it says, would you like to read more of the adventure? I put no. Did you find the story interesting? Not interesting. Explain your answers. Use part of the story to help you. I'll just put, it's a bit boring. If I wasn't interested in something, you know, I should have realised I was ADHD, you know, from a young age, because I just didn't really absorb things or take any interest if it didn't, you know, intrigue me or engage me, or if I didn't find it interesting. But if I found something interesting, I'd get sucked right into it and love it. But yeah, just some of the descriptions about animals are just, you know, like monster fish and, you know, the poor creature sank and I thought it would never come up again. All right, it did rise to the surface, but there was still just lobbing animals out of the boat, just so that they could eat them. We neared ashore and a monster fish hove in sight, as I feared it was a shark and might seize some of the animals. Do you know what? It's more likely that a human's going to kill a shark than a shark kill a human. Let me bloody tell you that. Check out Sea Shepherds, and Seaspiracy is coming on. Sea Shepherds are an awesome charity that, You might not have heard of them because they don't spend any money on advertising. They're just out in the ocean clearing the plastics, you know, documenting and exposing, you know, whaling and killing of dolphins and mass genocide of these beautiful sea animals that we need, or we all die if the ocean goes, you know. Not that that's the reason, just that reason to save it. But also Seaspiracy is coming to Netflix soon. Really check it out, it's really important. I've not watched it yet, I'm really excited to. If it's anything like Cowspiracy or What the Health, then it's going to be amazing. Well, not amazing what you find out, because it's terrible what's happening, but we need to be aware of the atrocities that humans are causing to this planet and do something about it. You know, once we know better, we can do better. So, yeah. Anyway. Here, making pancakes. Milk, eggs, butter, milk, eggs. Why don't you just kill all the children? Give them obesity and diabetes and cancer and heart disease. Yeah. It's bloody ridiculous. I got all the answers right on there because I'm good at recipes. But yeah. Oh, putting some of these back. Oh. It's just, well, I got there eventually and now I don't eat those things, but still, it is sad that they promote eating these things, you know. And then we've got Mr. Munchie's eating place. Eating place. Well, they're inventive. Mr. Munchie's eating place. Anyway, they got the Lunar Lander special space spot. So they do have some imagination. Calling all astronauts, launch yourself into our meteorite menu. But it's called eating place. Okay, anyway. Go into orbit with the Space Challenger choice. Give yourself a boost. Blast off with all these foods that aren't going to give you a boost and make you feel lethargic and tired after eating. Battered chicken chunks. Battered better than before. A lot of alliteration there. Batter your insides by eating battery hens that have been battered. And then they're going to batter your insides so you get colon cancer. Martian's meaty mouthful. Best beefy burgers in the universe. Fill your arteries, clog them up, and die. I'm obviously ad-libbing to this. Oh, they do have a chili bean casserole. Hotter than mercury. Help yourself with the Star Wars salad bar. So at least they do have salad and bean chili casserole. Okay. But yeah, curly chips. We all know fried stuff isn't great, but you know, at least it's potatoes. Cheese and tomato pizza. Get rid of the cheese, unless it's vegan. Fish shapes. Neptune's nibble fish shapes. No, do you know how much mercury and heavy metals and pollutants and plastics and carcinogens and just saturated fat is in fish? Not to mention antibiotics and stuff if they're in fish farms, or it's helping depopulate the oceans. If it's just fishing, you know, they trawl out and get loads of bycatch of dolphins and whales and turtles and all sorts of animals that just get killed and chucked back in. Mr. Munchie's ice cream. A taste you'll not forget. They're different, delightful, delicious, and a gorgeous galaxy of tangy tastes. Tangy tastes. You really have to sell that, dairy. Do you know what I mean? We have to advertise the foods that we're not meant to eat, because else our body just tells us what we're meant to eat. You know, we're attracted to colours and fruits and vegetables, all the rainbow foods that are satiating and fill us up properly. Mouth-watering milkshakes straight from the breasts of a cow. Lactating mothers that never got to feed their babies. Yeah. Screw Mr. Munchie's eating place. Well. Bloody hell, eh? Anyway, that's enough of that. So, if we love the children and want to look after the children, then let's promote plant-based eating. Save the children, save yourself, save the animals, save the planet, save everyone. Ooh, it's good to be vegan. Ooh, it's the tastiest season when you're vegan, vegan. Ooh, meat and dairy and eggs, I don't want you, no. Anyway, love you guys. Just a little bit of insight on my childhood. I can give you a funny little pic, maybe, if we got one in there. Have we got a pic of Aisha? Aww. Little Aisha. Rainbow child from the beginning. Innit? Oh, good times. Anyway, love you guys. If you're interested in eating a whole food plant-based diet, or even just going vegan and trying the junk food, that's cool too. It's got to start somewhere. You know, check out Plant-Based News. They have loads of facts and information. Nutritionfacts.org. Best thing ever, Dr. Gregor. Download his Daily Dozen app. It tells us all the nutrients we need to eat in a day, and it's a simple app. You just tick off the boxes of what you've eaten each day, and you'll be feeling full, satiated, and know that you're getting all the nutrients you need to feel happy, whole, and well. Pew, pew, pew. Oh yeah, I love you. Giving you the facts. Pew, pew, pew. Love you guys. Peace. Have a wonderful day. Share down below if you have any experiences at school that you can think of where you've been indoctrinated into eating meat when it goes against how you really truly feel about the lovely animals. When did you stop caring about animals? Big up all the vegans. Big up all the pregans. You can do it. Be vegan today. Try Challenge 22 or Veganuary. There's loads of information out there to help you become vegan, you know. Join a group on Facebook, vegan group, you know. Love you guys. Peace. Also, they didn't include any healthy fats in there. I just said like cake and sugar for the sugars and fats, rather than stating healthy fats that are good for us. So, you know, avocados and nuts and seeds and things like that. And also, you know, good sugars. Well, carbohydrates, sugars and carbohydrates and sugars go together. Ah, little do they know. But yeah, like fruit's carbohydrate, it's sugar, but it's good sugar because it's got all the fibre and all the vitamins and properties to go with it to make it complete. That's why we need whole foods. They're complete food sources that balance each other out. Nature is amazing. Nature has everything we need already, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I've just found some more stuff. At least this is a little bit more knowledgeable of the food groups. So, what is food? Energy, what we need to live. Why do we need a balanced diet? To keep fit and healthy. But what is fibre? I put food made from plants, not a nutrient. Good food digestion. What are the 5 nutrients? Protein, fats, carbohydrates, vitamin, minerals. doesn't include meat or dairy in there. But then it says, what are the 4 food groups? Starchy food, dairy food, protein food, vegetable food. Oh dear. Dairy isn't a food group. Dairy is breast milk for small children. Including children animals, I mean. Little babies. Babies. Milk is for babies. So, my menu. My healthy menu. Starters, melon, healthy. Drink, pure orange juice, healthy. Main course, pasta. Small slices of ham, not healthy at all. Sweet corn and sour cream, not healthy. Potatoes, new. Side dish or green salad as a side dish after fruit salad. So where did I ever think sour cream and ham were healthy? Why were we taught this at school? So unhealthy. Ham is really unhealthy. Or eating pig flesh is really unhealthy, you know. Any animal flesh. And sour cream, you know, that's just from a lactating mammal. Their breast milk from inside their breast, you know. And then food record of what I ate in a day. Wheatos for breakfast, Alpenbar at break, shepherd's pie for dinner time at school dinner. I've put healthy school dinner, shepherd's pie, not healthy. Unless it's vegan. But it wasn't. Tea, pasta. I used to have pasta like every single day. I think I was very addicted to wheat, probably. Well, and cheese, obviously. So, pasta, cheese and salad cream used to be my go-to dish. Loving it. But not very good for you, not very healthy. Anyway, yeah. Germs are carried in the air and on things you touch. They can be passed on by animals and by other people. If germs get into your lungs or stomach, they can make you ill. There are lots of things you can do to stop them. Here are a few ways diseases can spread. For each picture, choose the best way of preventing germs from spreading. Write down on the dotted lines. Using a hanky, I put, which was correct apparently. And eating foods with dirty hands can make you ill. How can you prevent this? Wash hands before you eat. They should have had becoming vegan can, you know, it's just said that diseases and germs can be passed on by animals and by other people. So it's like they're almost there, but then they're ridiculing it because that's the wrong answer. Only eating green vegetables. If you put only eating plants, then that would work. Make sure everything's cooked properly. It's mostly these sorts of things that make us ill. Why? Look, if that's not propaganda, I don't know what is. You can't even advertise eggs as healthy anymore because it's illegal because they're that unhealthy. You know? And then here, like, wearing long clothing would be better than using insect repellent full of DEETs and horrible stuff that's toxic to your body. It's just, you know. What is this drivel? Greek food. Spring 2002. Most Greek food is very healthy and includes bread, olive oil and herbs. Okay? To begin with, we have patsa, which is pig intestines and soup. Patsa is not physically attractive, but it's very good for you. It's also a working class food because you can eat it in the morning, in the evening and the afternoon, or just never eat pig intestines. Jesus. Next we have souvlaki. Is pork or lamb, courgettes and tomatoes on a skewer. They're often sold at the corner of the street. Lots of Greek people eat cheese. There are 2 very popular cheeses which are feta cheese made from sheep's or goat's milk, or trio pizza cheese. I think most Greek food is delicious, and I hope I've inspired you to try some Greek food. I'd never even tried any of that stuff when I wrote that. I think I just thought, yeah, I like bread and olive oil and herbs. I didn't even like olive oil then. We never had olive oil in our home, or feta cheese or anything slightly like that. I think I got misinterpreted because it's Mediterranean style food is meant to be quite healthy for you. But oh, and then there's another bit in here of keeping birds in captivity, where it's saying I think it's okay to keep birds in captivity, which I've obviously been told this, because it's saying, oh, you know, instead of them being hunted, you can keep them in a zoo and breed them, and it's fun to go out to the zoo and learn about them. But that's terrible. I obviously disagree with it, because I start the sentence with, I think it's okay to keep birds in a cage as long as it's a big cage and it looks like their natural habitat. Birds often like to have a small nest in their home. I think the cage should be as big as 2 garages put together. So I'm thinking of like little budgies should have like 2 garages worth, with a nest, some water and some food and some other birds for company, friends. And then I'm saying how, you know, old people should have birds because they live alone, and if they have a parrot, then a parrot can talk back to them. Oh, but yeah, I obviously cared about animals then, and you know, I've said here it's a shame to go hunting for birds because they are so beautiful and bright. We can help birds in the wild by putting them in captivity. If you can feed, care and buy food, they'll live longer. But no, how about we just stop hunting wild animals? Stop killing any animals, you know? Don't have them in captivity. Sanctuaries are good, and conservation, I mean. But they've always got to be let back into the wild, and we need to protect the wild landscapes for the animals. This is becoming quite a long video. There's going to be quite a lot of different things in here. Ooh!